What's going on, guys? J-Bomb with Bones and Stones. We're working on day number 4 now of the Commander Masters spoiler season. And the first 2 days wasn't a whole lot to write home about. Third day, yesterday, things were starting to look a little bit better, but there really wasn't anything super valuable. I'm hearing that today there's starting to be some spicy cards. So I haven't taken a look at any of them yet. So let's just dive right into it, see what we got. We're gonna get started with Odric, Master Tactician, 4-drop Plains, legendary creature with first strike. Whenever he and at least 3 other creatures attack, you get to choose which creatures block this combat and how those creatures block. So 4-drop for 3/4, decent effect, not a bad way to get started. Rafik of the Many. We got a 4-drop here, 3 schools of mana. He is exalted, and a 3/3 legendary creature as well. When that creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until the end of turn. That's actually pretty good. When I just first read that, I thought maybe it was just him, but it's any creature. That's actually not too bad at all. See what Hamza, Guardian of the Arashin, does. It's a 6-drop, green white. Basically, he costs 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter creature you got, and then creature spells you cast also cost 1 less for each +1/+1 counter. All right, that's not bad. Getting started with the legendary creatures though, huh? Bloodspore Thrinax. So we got a Devour 1, and each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional X +1/+1 on it for however many he has. That's for 4-drop, 2/2. He's got a decent effect. I don't know. Divergent transformations. There's a lot going on. Exile 2 target creatures. For each of those creatures, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. Puts that card on the battlefield and shuffles the rest into their library. For 7-drop, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to be excited about this set, you guys. And I am. I just really wish it just didn't cost as much as it did. I still think Double Masters 2022 is probably my favorite Masters set. And I got to say, guys, remember, 500 subs, we're going to give away 1 to 4 Double Masters 2022 booster packs. So if you're interested in it, just know 4 out of 500. Those aren't awful odds. Do with that as you will. We're going to head on over to Disrupt Decorum. There's a lot going on there. You got 4-drop red. Go to all creatures you don't control. Nice thing, I like the artwork that is very different. Like and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they have a lot of artwork this set. I feel like that doesn't match like what Magic usually tries to go for, and I don't know. Some of it's hit or miss, but a lot of it's pretty cool. So let's go here, and that one's already been spoiled. This site I know has been doing that. Let's just skip right back to here, you guys. There we go. Ezuri's Predation. I don't know why it's hard to say, but we got a little beefy. It is a 8-drop, and 8-drop for 3 green. For each creature your opponents control, create a 4/4 green Phyrexian Beast token. Each of those tokens fights a different one of those creatures. Artwork's a little bland, but that's not a bad card. A little expensive. Zacama, Primal Calamity. All right. So we got a 9-drop. That's I'm pretty sure this card's like $15-20 probably. It's got Vigilance, Reach, and Trample, and when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control. That's just insulting. You can deal 3 damage to target creature. You can destroy a target artifact or enchantment, or you can gain 3 life and 9/9. Jesus, I love the old Dinosaur cards. So I was happy I saw Ghalta. Ghalta's making a reappearance in this set, which is pretty sweet. Sakiko, Mother of Summer. We got another legendary creature, 3/3 6-drop. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, add that much green until the end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Damn. That's not bad, you guys. And then I see another card that we already went through is coming up next. So let's just hop back into it here. We got Purphoros, God of the Forge, Indestructible. I got 4-drop, not bad. 4-drop for 6/5. It's actually not too bad. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5 Purphoros isn't a creature either, okay? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, he deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you can get creatures you control get +1/0 until the end of turn. He does a lot of things for a 4-drop. See, the website's just messing up today, you guys. I might just even stay here and just go with it like this, to be honest, even though if you can see them, it's kind of fine. But we got another 7-drop. Choose one of your search your library for up to 2 creatures, reveal them, then put them into your hand and shuffle, or you can put 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, I'm gonna try clicking into it. It's just more exciting that way, I think. Sephara, Sky's Blade. You got a 7-drop. This is actually one of the most expensive planes cards I feel like I've seen in a while. You may pay more planes and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying rather than pay the spell's mana cost. There you go. Flying and lifelink. I haven't seen as much lifelink as I would normally expect from planes out of Commander Masters, but again, it's only day 4 spoilers. Other creatures you control with flying have indestructible as well. Okay. See, I just can't even trust it. Oh, it actually was. It was right. Okay. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card, put it into your hand, and shuffle. All right. Pretty effective for 1-drop. Be cool if it was an instant. Imp's Mischief. 2-drop. Change the target of the target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's mana value. That's a little... I can get you out of a bind, but it could end up costing you a little bit for sure. We got Rankle. Master of Pranks. He looks like he belongs in Lord of the Rings. We have 4-drop. Flying with haste. Whenever Rankle enters the battlefield, deals combat damage to a player, you get to choose any number. Each player discards a card, each player loses life and draws a card, and each player sacrifices a creature. Alright, he's got a lot of utility for a 4-drop, in my opinion. Azami, Lady of Scrolls. She looks kind of pissed. I mean, I'd be pissed too if I had an earring that big. Jeez. But you got a 5-drop with water? That's pretty expensive. Tap an untapped wizard you control and draw a card. I can see how that could be pretty useful. She doesn't have any attack though, but 2 defense. I don't know. I would expect it to have maybe a little bit more defense for that cost. Kodama's Reach. Again, another card that doesn't really fit the aesthetic of Magic, I would say, on average, but super sweet artwork. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands, reveal those lands, put 1 on the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand. All right, so for 3 mana, mid-game, you don't have any mana and you need to ensure you get 2. That's a decent setup. It's pretty useful, but we're just going to give me the pass on that one. We got a 4-drop black. It's mythic. Enchantment, too. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. That's, I like that a lot. That's a solid card. I think it's probably like another $15, $20 card. I haven't looked in a while. See? It's tricking me again. But I'm not falling for it this time. Heavenly Blademaster. Flying, double strike. Whenever Heavenly Blademaster enters the battlefield, you may attach any number of auras or equipment you control to it. And other creatures you control get +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. So 6-drop, 3/6, not bad. Anything with flying, I'm a fan of. We got Final Devastation, which is another one we kind of already looked at. Let's see if that's actually, see. We did have, I'm pretty sure, pretty sure this one came out yesterday too. But I like the artwork, so we'll look at it again. 4-drop, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a +2/+2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Song of the Dryads. I feel like I haven't seen this card in a long time. 3-drop, enchant permanent. Enchant permanent is colorless forest land. Sevinne's Reclamation. 3-drop, permanent target. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, you may copy this spell and may choose new targets for the copy. It's got flashback too. Mirri, Weather Duelist. Free first strike. Whenever he attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature. All right. As long as Mirri is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. All right. It's actually a pretty sweet card. Not a bad cost either if you can get them both early on. Twilight Prophet. All right, got 4-drop flying, 2/4. It's got send at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have a city's blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. Each opponent loses X life. You gain X life, where X is the card's mana value. Gotcha. Reminds me of an old Yu-Gi-Oh card. Marine Vom Clan Nell Toth. Yeah, that one's German. I don't like it. We're going to skip over it. Idol of Oblivion. Got another one here. So it's 2-drop. Draw a card. Activate only if you created a token this turn. Sacrifice them. Create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. That's not bad. Kindred Dominance. Choose a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. Right, you know, it's not bad. It's a little expensive. Stonehoof Chieftain. That is a... pretty sure Mr. Kluk has a couple decks with this card in it. It's an 8-drop. It's pretty expensive, but trample and indestructible. Whenever another creature attacks, it gains trample and indestructible until the end of turn. I mean, that's a game ender. That is definitely a game ender. Darksteel Mutation. See, I feel like that's another one that likes to keep cropping up. See, I don't trust this website today. It's real sad. But oh no, you know, I was wrong. See what we got. Darksteel Mutation. 2-drop enchant creature. Enchanted creature is an insect artifact creature with base power of toughness 0/1 and has indestructible though. And it loses all their abilities, card types, and creature types. Alright. Can see its use. This card looks a little weird. Not saying the artwork looks bad, but this is one of those cards, like I was saying, doesn't fit the Magic aesthetic, but at the same time, it like really doesn't fit the Magic aesthetic. A lot of blue. Yesterday I said there was a card that had the most color I've ever seen on one Magic card. That is the most of one color I've ever seen on a Magic card. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. It's a little expensive. All right. Rzakith, the Foul-Blooded. 8-drops. That's a little beefy, but it's flying and trample with 8/8. I mean, that's another game ender right there for sure. And I mean, pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature, search your library. It's a good card. I don't know. This is probably like a $10 card, $10-15 card maybe. Who knows after the set actually comes out though, which is weird. I was telling Kluk about it. I don't believe some of these cards might drop as much as people expect because the set costs $400. So I mean, maybe that's why they priced it that much. But we got Xantcha, Sleeper Agent. She enters the battlefield under control of an opponent of your choice. Okay. Attacks each combat if able and can attack its owner or planeswalker its owner control. Okay. Loses 2 life and you draw a card. Any player may activate this ability. It's an interesting card. You could do some weird things with that. It actually seems kind of fun. Reality Shift. Now this card, I've never seen on anything like pixels in a Magic card. That's pretty crazy. 2-drop, exile target creature. Its controller manifests the top card of their library. I'm going to say that's in the cool artwork camp. I like that. That's pretty solid. Reality Shift. Okay, 2-drop. Same thing. Tricked me again for a second, but I don't know what. Dude, this website, I love MagicSpoilers.com. And listen, I appreciate if anyone's watching, who runs it or does anything, but I don't know why you guys are doing this to me. I just want to go through them in order. We got a China, an Asian card. I'm not going to pretend to know what language that is. We got a couple Asian cards here. Avacyn, Angel of Hope, Flying Vigilance, Indestructible, super expensive. And I'm pretty sure that I was trying to guess what this one does. Yeah, lethal damage dealt to creatures you control is determined by their power. Yeah, this is a solid card. Solid ass card. Days Undoing. Let's see actually how far down we got. I don't know, guys. I mean, there is definitely some solid cards spoiled today. My problem is I just feel like the set still costs too much. I wanted to get down here to the end here because the big one is doubling season. And yeah, this is what, a $60, $70 card. Combined now with Jeweled Lotus, they're easily the most expensive cards in the set right now. But obviously it'd be really cool to, it's cool you get this card. But how much is this card going to go down when the set comes out? I don't know. I really don't. I'm really curious to see that. If the set comes out, and again, assuming that there's some banger spicy cards still yet to come out, if the set comes out and these cards don't drop in price, then WotC's gonna know that they can charge a premium for a set like this, and number one, and get away with it. And number two, they're gonna know that they can print these cards without hurting the secondary market as much as people thought. So it's gonna be interesting to see it. I personally think the boxes are going to come out and probably go down to like $350. I don't see them going below $300. I think that's just going to be ridiculous because, again, it's all about where it's priced. If this set was like a $250 set, maybe even a $300 set, I would be 20 to 40% more excited about it than I would be right now. So I'm going to hold out that they have something really cool still that's been yet to been spoiled. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.